Has anybody got any confetti?
Yes!
Come on then.
Every girl
I do.
likes to take control of her wedding. So what happens when she has no say on her big day?
Oh, they are awful. We're not doing it.
Don't Tell the Bride is back.
This is ridiculous.
As ever, the grooms are in charge.
I want there to be a donkey at the wedding.
I'm going to look lovely on our big day.
But with £12,000 to spend and just 3 weeks to throw the wedding of their dreams, have the boys pushed themselves too far?
Oh my God! You're fired!
With more shocking, more outrageous, and more daredevil weddings than ever before, will there be a happy ever after?
This is not the thing you get wrong the day before your wedding.
Will true love save the day?
Mum, what is that? Mum, what is that?
Or is it a countdown to disaster?
3, 2, 1!
Tonight, self-confessed risk-taker Dave pushes the boat out
Are you with me or are you against me?
What could possibly go wrong?
as he plans a wedding on a remote island for his sea-fearing bride, Rosie.
This is real now, isn't it?
As her close-knit family watch his every move,
He can't always put you after surfing, then golf.
can Dave finally prove he's put Rosie first?
We just stitched Rosie right up.
Will this groom's wedding plan stay afloat?
Is she good with boats, is she, babe? No.
Or will her family make him walk the plank?
Why would you do this?
Regrets? Yeah, maybe. Maybe I've done something really stupid.
"28-year-old Rosie and 33-year-old Dave have been together for 5.5 years.
Before I met Rosie, I was kind of, working in the surf shop and just kind of living for holidays, really. And I met Rosie and shit got real. First date, I wooed you with a pickled egg.
You did turn up with a pickled egg on our first date, which was weird.
Yeah.
But the pickled egg and the surf shop career failed to impress Rosie's huge close-knit family.
I definitely always cared far too much what my parents think.
Rosie's mum, she obviously wants the best for her daughter, and I think until recently, she was a bit worried that I wasn't the right man.
They probably thought his job was just a short-term thing, and then as time went on, they realised, oh, he's been working there for years, and what's he going to do now? And he lives with his mum, and where's this guy going with his life? I felt a lot of pressure of...
To prove he was the man that Rosie's family wanted, Dave found a proper job fixing electricity cables. And 3 years later, he set her world alight when he got down on one knee in front of her whole family.
The proposal was quite scary.
Had a milk tray, so cheesy. He was like the milk tray man with some champagne and a ring, and it was just amazing. And I just cried and cried and cried. No, stop it!
Dave and social worker Rosie share a one-bed apartment in Barnstable. Trouble is, that's about all they share.
My love is going to the sea, swimming, and just being around the sea. Rosie really doesn't. She definitely likes her feet firmly on the ground.
He really wants me to surf, and it's just not going to happen. Like, she's not that keen on sand and water.
Don't start being racist.
Rosie's passion is for her extended family.
Family's number one. Like, it's so important to me. At the weekends, it's kind of, everybody kind of congregates at my parents' house. Yeah, I just love it. There's nowhere else I'd rather be, really.
But rather than spend time impressing his in-laws, Dave would rather be with his mates.
Rosie's family have family meals and get-togethers and stuff. And they're always on a Sunday. And Sunday's always a really good day for either maybe a bit of golf or a surf.
He will ditch me at the drop of a hat if there's something more exciting going on.
You're going to have to teach him that Sunday is family day. He can't always put you after surfing, then golf, then Rosie.
No, I don't think I'd put up with a man if I had one like Dave, to be honest.
It's not men, it's 33-year-old boys.
A 33-year-old boy with a penchant for risk-taking.
Dave will come up with big ideas, but won't really think things through. So yeah, like the smaller details and how that's actually going to be put into practice.
And one of his big ideas involving open water almost landed him in hot water. 2 years ago, Dave took Rosie and friends on a trip to a remote, rugged island off the coast of Devon.
I've got 2 friends with speedboats, and we thought, let's get on the speedboats and head out to Lundy.
But on their journey home, it all went horribly wrong.
One of the boats started losing power.
And then the sea was just so rough.
A wave kind of came over the back of the boat.
Overloaded with people. We had too many people. We shouldn't have done it.
Rosie was panicking like crazy. All the girls were in floods of tears.
I particularly freaked out compared to anyone else because I was getting slapped in the face by waves. It was just crying.
Luckily, tragedy was averted when a local dive boat came to the rescue.
Rosie said that she never wants to set foot in a boat again.
It was horrible. It was absolutely hideous.
Hoping to redeem himself, Dave's taken on planning the wedding. But it's not just Rosie he needs to impress. There's older sister Lucy and Mum Leslie.
Mum's a bit scary and Lucy's a bit scary. I really want to showcase to them with this wedding that Rosie is number one and that I can completely put her first before anything else.
So Dave has a whole sea of women to impress, but no one more than bride-to-be Rosie.
Marriage has always been important to me and I've always known from a young age that I wanted to get married. I'd like my wedding to be traditional, elegant and classic.
I want my wedding to be untraditional, completely unforgettable. I want to blow Rosie's socks off.
There's always that feeling of like, will he mess it up? But he can be really, really thoughtful and very selfless.
I'm going to have my wedding on Lundy Island.
Yep, Lundy Island, the very place where they nearly all drowned. Brilliant.
It could be a disaster and could be a bloody nightmare to organise. But if it all pulls off, it could be stunning. I think it's so worth the risk.
I just hope he doesn't prove all the doubters right and mess it up.
It's time for the couple to say goodbye.
Okay, this is it. Shit.
Next time I see you, you're going to be my wife.
Look after yourself.
Indeed.
I love you.
Rosie and Dave won't be able to see or speak to each other for the next 3 weeks.
I thought I'd be fine, but yeah, I'm just not going to see him. It's really horrible.
Just a few miles down the road, Rosie's moving back in with her doting parents.
Oh, nice to have you home again.
Equally doting older sister and bridesmaid Lucy has also popped by to lend her support.
Should we have a glass of wine?
Sounds like a good idea.
You think I'm mad?
I don't know if I'd do it. I think it's the little things he won't think about that are actually quite big, like bridesmaids' dresses.
Yeah.
Bridesmaids' hair.
Yeah. What about you? Well, we won't have a choice, will we?
See, that's the bit I'll struggle with. If he wants us to do something ridiculous or look ridiculous, I will struggle to not tell him off.
Luckily for Dave, he's chosen not one but 2 best men for backup. First through the door is childhood pal Lewis, reassuringly known as Spew.
Cheers, mate.
You said goodbye to her.
Yeah, I was actually really gutted. You know, a couple of years ago, we went to Lundy. I was thinking
How much Rosie'd love to do that again.
about getting married on Lundy.
Right.
Lundy is a beautiful island about 15 miles off the coast of North Devon. All of mine and Rosie's friends and family on a boat, out to a beautiful island, get married, then have an amazing booze cruise back. And it's just all going to be a big party.
If you could pull it off and the weather was all right...
What's the weather like in 3 weeks?
Well,
What's the weather like in mid-April?
Well, there's gale force winds later this week, isn't there?
The worst thing that could happen is the weather. And the boat doesn't sail, it can't get to Lundy, and there's no wedding.
Lundy is an isolated 3-mile-long rock battered constantly by high winds and rough seas. It's more famous for its shipwrecks than its wedding facilities. And if that's not enough, to get married there, Dave needs to become a resident, which means living on the island with the 28 locals for at least 8 days. With just 3 weeks until the wedding, there's no time to lose.
Right, what I need. If I don't get out there and have a stay on the island, then I can't get a licence to marry on Lundy, and then I can't get married on Lundy. And then that's kind of the end of the plan before it's even started, so I have to get out to the island. So yeah, thermals, I think they're definitely going to be needed.
Unfortunately, but not unexpectedly, the winds picked up, meaning there'll be no boats sailing to Lundy today, and the only other route to the island is by helicopter. Dave's excited now, but with tickets costing upwards of £100, flying all his guests over for the wedding will be out of the question. And if the ferry can't set sail on the big day, Dave's wedding plans will sink without trace.
So here we are on Lundy. Yeah, blue sky, looks nice. Home for a week, or 8 days.
Dave's first port of call is to register with the manager of Lundy, Derek, who's been expecting him.
Hi, you must be Dave. How can I help you?
The dream is to get married on the island.
I'm quite sure we can accommodate you.
I have brought a tent.
I could probably find somewhere in the beer garden for you. But, of course, Lundy's a working farm, so we might need a bit of help from you as well.
Yeah. Obviously, I've got to stay on the island for 8 days now, and he said he's going to get me to work, and he said that the weather might not be that great, so camping might be a bit cold and a bit windy, but, you know, I don't care what the weather's like until the wedding day. I'd give 15 days of rain as long as I can get 1 day for nice weather for the wedding. Basically, love will conquer all.
On the mainland...
Oh, that's a gorgeous picture.
Rosie and her sister Lucy are looking at photos of Lucy's wedding day.
Oh my God, it was the best day. It was the best day, wasn't it?
It was amazing. Had everybody there.
Would you have changed anything now?
No.
How nice is that? Do you know why? Because you chose every single bit.
I know. But Rosie, the effort and the hours that I spent organising this wedding.
Would you say it was all worth it?
Yes.
Yeah, exactly.
It should be the best day of your life.
It will be.
What if it's not?
But I'll be marrying Dave either way, won't I?
Will you?
You won't let me.
What if it was in some stupid location? Wouldn't you just want to say, actually, Dave, scrap this. I'll organise it myself.
Dave, bless him, has had to constantly, battle for your approval for 5.5 years, and this is gonna make or break it. It'll be back to square one, and he's gonna have to start chipping away.
Big time. I will struggle to hold back if he makes a cock up of your wedding day. I can't help it. I'm your big sister. I want the best for you. Oh, Rosie.
No, it'll be fine. It'll be fine.
Do you honestly believe that?
Back on the island, the locals have taken pity on Dave roughing it in the bad weather and given him a bed to sleep in. Not that he's had much time to rest.
I've been planting trees. I've been lugging wood for about 6 hours to make a fire break, building a stone wall. I've unloaded cargo. I've loaded cargo. I've spent hours of my life peeling potatoes, and I've planned absolutely nothing.
Luckily, help is on its way in the form of best man number 1, Spew, and best man number 2, Tom, also known as Tonky. Aw, Spew and Tonky. They'll be staying for the weekend. But with the ferry still not sailing, Dave's had to splash out on another helicopter.
This is your safety briefing for today's flight to Lundy.
I mean, you've got 3 weeks. Why make it the most difficult wedding to organise? He's pushing his luck, isn't he? Let's face it. Rosie's not a risk taker like Dave, so I don't think this would be something she would have entered into at all.
Definitely be on dry land with no idea of water, boats, helicopters or anything like that.
She doesn't like boats.
Definitely don't like boats, definitely don't like rough seas, and definitely doesn't really like Lundy, I don't think.
Stranded on the island with no internet or phone reception, the best men's arrival can't come soon enough.
Bloody freezing there.
As the helicopter touches down, Dave demonstrates how his lonely week on the island has left him climbing the walls, literally. So the boys are blown away to be back together. Back on the mainland, Rosie's visiting her dream venue with her mum, sister Lucy and bridesmaid Suze.
Hello, welcome to Castle Hill. Nice to see you.
It's a 16th century manor house overlooking 50 acres of landscaped gardens.
In the dream wedding, this is where it would be. We used to drive past it on the school bus every day, and I always used to look at it and think, oh, that's where I want to get married.
Wow.
That's amazing.
Stunning. So this is where you would arrive as a bride, and this is the staircase where you can have photographs taken.
It's huge.
Yeah.
It is absolutely perfect, isn't it?
It is.
Your dream venue?
Yes.
Literally.
More and more so. She show us around.
Yeah. This is the red room where we do our ceremonies.
I think this is the nicest place you could ever wish to get married.
I know.
Lundy has one church where Dave can hold his ceremony, but very little in the way of reception venues. But where there's a will, there's a way.
Right, so this is a lambing shed. This is where they've had weddings.
They've had weddings in here?
Yeah.
Not in here?
Yeah.
In here?
Yeah. Then this is all going to have to be cleared out.
Shut up.
And used.
Don't be ridiculous. Dave, that is not going to happen. It's not even an option. Look at it.
Look at it.
It stinks, Dave.
There's holes in it everywhere.
Like, all I'm saying is that if worse comes to worse, and we had to use this, we could do, though, couldn't we?
I don't know, Dave.
Well,
I don't know. It stinks.
This is the reception room, the west wing.
Back in Rosie's ideal venue, she's realising just what she's given up.
Every time we have a wedding here, it looks completely different. Each bride has her own style, and her own things that she wants to do.
Yeah.
Now you're here in a venue as amazing as this, doesn't it make you just want to get married?
Yeah, completely. It really does.
I'm pretty certain you wouldn't find a better venue than this.
Not round here.
No.
It definitely ticks all the boxes.
Over on Lundy, the lambing sheds left everyone feeling sheepish. Time Dave showed the boys his other venue idea.
Marquee, really,
right.
isn't it?
Is this what you imagined?
If I was perfectly honest, I imagined the lambing shed, but it's full of lambs and it's, full of crap. Yeah, this is perfect. The church where we got married is there.
Yeah.
We've got the food coming from there.
Yeah.
Logistically, it's all...
Logistically, everything apart from everyone who's coming
Apart from all the guests, the marquee.
Oh, yeah, but once it's here, it's here.
But it's not here, Dave. It's over there somewhere on the mainland, not paid for.
I want it to be amazing for her. Like, she's going to have a few shocks on the way. But that will just make it all the better. And I think this could be her perfect day.
But Rosie has a very different idea for her perfect day.
You know, coming here, it makes me think, oh, God, I could have had these decisions. I mean, I'd like to think I'd see the best in whatever Dave's chosen, but it's going to be hard to sort of paint a happy face on if I'm not happy with it.
I'm quite worried, really.
I just want Rosie to remember the day as being the best day she's ever had. I'm sure he'll do something amazing in his eyes, but whether it'll be amazing in the eyes of the mother of the bride and sister and bride...
Oh, crikey. I dread it.
The boys might have their venues sorted, but the real question is, will the Oldenburg, the only ferry to the island, be able to sail?
What do you reckon the actual percentage chance that Oldenburg is going to be able to make it out here?
I've been here since Tuesday, right?
Yeah.
So it's 4 days.
How many days will it sail?
Once. One time a boat could have arrived.
So that's a 25% chance that you're going to go.
Or that's a 75% chance that it won't sail and there won't be a wedding. It's time for the best men to head home. But Dave's still got another 2 nights alone before he completes his residency.
Yeah, 8 days on the island's been tough. When I found out that this is what I had to do, I was a bit, I thought, it would be a laugh, but you know, it wasn't. It isn't.
But with no ferry running and the helicopter beyond his budget, Dave's hoping some of the locals can offer help.
Right, boys. I don't suppose you know of anyone who's got a boat, because I've got to get off the island on Wednesday. What's the crossing like at the moment?
Yeah, it's a bit choppy out there at the minute, but hopefully it'll like flatten down.
But you think that might be doable?
Hopefully. I think it's a bit crazy really coming over without booking like the escape to get off. Yeah. Well, obviously his wife and all his family really like boats and stuff, otherwise he wouldn't have done it, so yeah. Is she good with boats, is she, Dave?
No. Last time she was on the boat, she was spewing.
Yeah, it could be interesting, huh? Yeah.
Finally, it's time for Dave to leave the island, and he's managed to find a boat that's prepared to sail.
8 nights I had to spend on that island. Fucking 8 nights.
Back at home, and with his newfound residency, Dave can finally register his intent to marry with the local registry office in Barnstable.
Oh, hi there. I've just spent the last 8 days on Lundy Island. Apparently that allows me to then get married on Lundy.
It does, but there's a problem.
So what you're saying is, in order for my partner to give notice, she needs to know that I've been on Lundy for the last 8 days. Okay. Well, what just happened is I'm not going to be able to marry Rosie without Rosie knowing that I'm going to be getting married on Lundy Island. We're going to be getting married on Lundy Island. So the whole reason for me doing this is surprising her, but she's not going to have that element anymore. So the second option is to have the wedding ceremony on Lundy and to get legally married, like the registry office, at a later date. Well, it means that my 8 days in Lundy is just completely for absolutely nothing. Absolutely nothing.
Determined to keep his Lundy wedding a surprise for his bride, Dave is left with no choice but to book Barnstable Civic Centre to legalise their marriage.
Here he is!
All right.
Back at home, it's time to break the news to the boys.
Basically, I can't get legally married on Lundy.
Whoa!
Which means it's completely pointless me getting out there. And
Shut up! What the hell? Literally, you spent 8 days on Lundy and it's a complete waste of time.
Mate,
so you could have arranged it all from here?
Yeah.
How much does that make you happy?
Don't laugh, mate. It's fucking... I've been almost close to tears.
You were close to tears when we left you out on that island for the last 3 days.
I didn't need to spend 1 day on that island.
You're kidding me.
So basically, the last 8 days have been a massive waste of time. A massive waste of time and a massive waste of money.
With a third of his wedding planning time now wasted, Dave needs to knuckle down, and fast. First, he needs to book transport, and with 120 guests, there's really only one choice, the Oldenburg Ferry.
This is the boat.
He also wants to use it for his evening venue, and £3,700 later, it's a done deal.
Thank you very much.
For the bride's transport, what's better than the dive boat that saved her from certain death on the most terrifying day of her life? Oh, happy memories.
I think Rosie, it'll be a bit of a shock to the system in the morning coming here, but oh well. Obviously, depending on weather conditions.
But it depends where the wind's coming from on the island, on the jetty as well. If it's easterly, it's bad. And if it's easterly, I won't be able to get you on the island.
I guess keep fingers crossed.
Just keep fingers crossed.
There's no going back.
After booking the church, marquee and catering for a further £4,000, Dave has just £3,000 left in his budget. And it's time for the most important purchase yet.
Tonight is probably going to be one of the hardest parts of this whole process. We're getting the wedding dress. I don't have a clue what I'm looking for, really. I don't know, I guess we'll fumble through it and hopefully she'll like it. Hiya.
Hi, gents. Welcome to the shop. What kind of thing are we thinking for the lucky lady?
All I know is that she wants a wedding dress.
Okay.
And that it probably needs to be white.
Okay, no worries, that's fine.
She's a busty maid, so make her look good.
Okay, here it is.
Across town, Rosie's brought her mum and 2 bridesmaids to look at her dream dress.
Hello, I'm Rosie.
And this bride knows exactly what suits her shape.
That fishtail shape, I don't like.
Doesn't suit your shape.
I don't think it will suit my shape.
You want to accentuate your
bum.
Yeah. Men seem to like clingy and.
Yeah, you probably want something tight on my bum.
Yeah.
Because he likes my bum, and I hate my bum.
Don't worry, Rosie. It's not the bum they're focusing on.
That's going to be really booby, isn't it?
I like that.
Well, how big are Rosie's boobs? Like, what are they, double D?
Double D's, mate.
Double D. Okay, well, they're gonna be right.
Do you think that'll be a bit too much?
It might shock the vicar a little bit.
Far from shocking the vicar, Rosie's fallen for a much more demure style.
Oh, it's beautiful. Oh, and the back. Oh, you look so lovely. Beautiful, Rose.
I like it.
It's stunning. Your ass looks great. Sorry, so your bottom looks lovely. It's very flattering on your bottom half.
Oh, it's stunning. I get married. I can't believe it.
I bet having sleeves makes it really comfortable as well, because you just don't feel like anything's out.
I love it.
It's quite elegant, isn't it?
Yeah.
I would happily get married in this. Yeah.
So to match Rosie's dream dress, Dave just needs to find an elegant lace gown with long sleeves.
I think Rosie look amazing in that.
The way it all pulls into that one side, it looks really nice.
And I love the way that it pulls out from her back and her arse, like the kind of the lines. That makes it just look kind of really kind of rounded and peachy.
I know it's risky, but I think Rosie look amazing in that.
So, would you wear a veil, do you think,
Yeah.
Rosie? Yeah?
Yes, if I had the choice, I would.
So, should we go for something full length to the end of the train?
why not?
Let's go real Kate Middleton.
Oh, wow, that kind of just adds another dimension, doesn't it?
Yeah. Oh my god.
And then should I get a...
Do my
I love it!
baby.
Oh my God, I can't wait. I'm so excited. So excited.
Should we try a veil and see how you...
It's a bit weird, I thought, always, like a veil.
Yeah, it is a bit like kind of, it's what you wear at a funeral, isn't it? How much is that one?
So the price of this one is $875.
Okay.
How much is your budget?
I've got £1,000 to get the wedding dress and the bridesmaids' dresses. Is there anything you can do on the price at all? $750? I've got to get 8 bridesmaid dresses. Please.
$775.
Okay. I don't know if I can afford it. Okay, sold. Thank you.
Money talks, and Rosie's dream of a demure lacy dress with a veil has been replaced with a Grecian-style dress and no veil.
You ready, Dave? Yeah.
With a huge chunk of the budget gone on Rosie's dress, it's time to switch focus to the 8 bridesmaids.
That is cool.
It is quite cool.
Hold on, vertical stripes though.
That makes people look taller.
Doesn't it make people look fat?
No. I think they would be able to pull it off.
I think they'd all look better in that one on the right. It's risky though.
It's pretty risky.
8 risky dresses in the bag, Dave turns his attention to his biggest risk of all.
Hey, do you want to see what the weather's doing?
Yeah.
I need Tuesday to be good. I need Thursday to be good. I need Friday to be good. I need all those 3 together to be good and not easterly winds. If either one of those doesn't work, then the wedding doesn't happen on Lundy, basically. What's Tuesday?
Tuesday is northwesterly. Tuesday looks really good.
What's Thursday?
Thursday
is easterlies.
Easterly. Basically, you want to get married on Tuesday. Basically.
I wouldn't trust that far ahead at the moment because it's still
no,
a week.
things can change. Northeasterly wind probably is
the worst.
The worst direction.
You couldn't have picked a worse
get
way
for that jetty. You know what I need to factor in here?
What's this?
Seasickness bills.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
I'm gonna have to get. I don't know. I'm gonna have to get a wholesale lot of those though.
With a week to go until the wedding, the girls are off on the pub crawl hen party Dave's organised for them. And there's a surprise waiting for them in each bar. Trouble is, it's pants. No, really, it's pants.
Dave's pants are in there.
The Tour de Pants.
Oh, the Tour de Pants! Oh, this is fun!
With the pubs miles apart, Dave's been